JC, any other like things top of mind that you want to get out there?
Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I almost forgot.
I'm not gonna. We don't have to go too
Yeah.
ham. We don't gotta go too hard. But I cannot believe I am at the
Mm,
precipice of what I'm about to say.
mm.
How did you enjoy Breaking Bad?
So let me say this. I've always been against Breaking Bad.
I know.
I'm never that guy. I watched like the first, I want to say like 2 seasons, and I'm like, it's whatever. Like I didn't get it. I didn't get it, and the hype around it was crazy. So we're like, all right, me and my girl, like, all right, let's give it another chance. Let's give it a chance. We don't got really any shows to watch. Let's watch it. So we get through season one, cool. Get through season two, cool. I'm like, ah, yeah, this is kind of what I remember. Get through season three with Gus is on and popping, you know what I mean?
Mm,
And into season four and into season five. And it was really, really, I'm not gonna say great. It was great. I can't hate. It was great television. Great TV.
I agree.
Ending was amazing.
Hmm.
That's what you want to see out of a show. You knew Walt was sabotaging himself, and he got that epiphany moment. I mean, when he's talking in the kitchen with Skylar,
Skyler, that was it. That was it. I did it for
and
me.
I did it for me, and I
That
was like,
was just.
that's what you wanted to hear. He
Hmm.
said, and he's like, and I was good at it because the man was living with regret his whole life, and I think that's one of the things where that show really did great, where it's like the guy, and I think a lot of people could relate to this, right? Where it's like
Mm,
as a young man or woman coming up, you feel like you have so much potential,
mm,
right? And especially if you're good in school and you get good grades and you excel, and then life hits you
mm,
and you're just a regular person living in a house. You got a family, you got two kids, you might go on vacation once or twice a year, but you expect so much more.
mm.
Like if my younger self could see me, they would call me a failure. And Walt, I mean, he started the company with those people,
Gray matter.
Gray Matter,
Hmm.
companies worth billions,
With a
and
B.
and also I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. They should have broke them off or something.
Yeah. Well, they tried, kind of. They said they'll
What?
pay for the medical bills,
Nah, they
and
should have.
which that's a lot, though. That's a lot.
They should have broke them off for something before that.
Yeah, I mean, but he stole his stake in the he sold his stake in the company for
If
what? For
we
like 2 months
uh,
rent.
$5,000.
But do you know what that company's worth now?
Yeah, billions would be.
Billions.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
Billions.
and when he said that, I mean, I already knew they were doing well, but he said that when he had the conversation with Jesse, when Jesse was like, "Yo, let's get out," and he saw this as, this is my empire. This is
Empire.
me. I'm the best meth cook in the world, right? That's the way he saw it. Nobody can do what I do. He said, what did he tell Skyler? He said it. If
Do you
a
know what
publicly trade, it'd be
I
on
can
the
say the whole
Nasdaq. Yeah, yeah,
I can say
yeah,
that whole quote. I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
yeah,
But he
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, "Do you know what happens if I stop going
yeah,
to work?
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
company big enough that it could be on the Nasdaq goes
Nasdaq,
belly
yeah,
under. Like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's one of those things where I related to him because I got it right. Like I understand it, right? And you always feel like when you're younger, like, yo, like you had these big aspirations, these big dreams,
mm,
and I kind of got it. And I always knew he felt that way. I knew it wasn't for the family. It was initially it was for the family. I will say that
yeah,
initially, but by like season two, really when he plots to kill Gus, I'm not Gus, Gail, like
yes,
around that time where he meets Gail, he, you know what I mean, he really just gets addicted to it. So, and even Jesse told him like, bro, he could, and that's the thing that frustrates me is because he could have got out.
mm,
Mike and Jesse, they get away with the train heist. I mean, that train heist to me,
that's my favorite episode.
that movie gets me, that I'm sorry, that episode got me tight
Yeah,
because like,
okay.
but the build up, the anxiety you have as a viewer, you know what I mean. Great job, great job,
Hmm.
great show.
Hmm.
I mean, so many moments. I'm not willing to put it in my top three, top five. I'd have to really sit down and think about it. But especially because it's so fresh, I think it's definitely top 10 for me. Borderline top five if I really sat down and thought about it. But I mean, great performance. The characters, I'm gonna start better. I'm gonna start Better Call Saul Goodman. I mean, what a character, right? The crazy thing is, I wasn't even really a big Walt fan. Like to me, Walt pissed me off that whole series.
Yeah, he
Just because,
that's what he's supposed to. He's
and it's self-sabotaging.
self-sabotaging, but he's also like he was the word isn't self-saving, but he was essentially he was playing two characters at the same time.
Yes,
He
yes,
was self-sabotaging and also like saving himself from
yeah,
death. You have no
yeah,
idea how many times this guy came close to death if he didn't
yeah.
do everything that
Everything
he
right, yeah.
needed to do.
And I think Jesse, the epitome of Walt White is what Jesse tells Hank when Hank finally figures it out. Like, yo, he's the smartest guy in the world,
Mhm.
and he's the luckiest guy. And he's the luckiest guy. So
Mm,
it's like one of those things where I just for me, Walt was one of those characters where I was just like, I didn't even really find myself rooting for him until that last episode.
mm,
Until that last episode where he tied up all the loose ends and
mhm.
he finally admitted I did it for me. That was when I was like, all right, cool,
I
cool.
think if I remember right, in they interviewed Vince Gilligan,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, the show actually ends before Felina, before the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Walt's story ends. The
Mm-hmm.
last episode is him as a ghost, meaning no matter what, he cannot die. It's like, okay, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, at this point, he's like invincible.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
yeah.
it's like he already tied all the loose ends when he was like, yo, for the next 18 years you're gonna pay my son. You see
No,
the
no, no. He said no. They said on his 18th birthday, you're
on
gonna
his
give him a
18th
trust.
birthday.
You're
Yeah.
gonna give him the trust. And he had like Badger and the other guy with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
with the lights. Yeah, to me that was dope too. Like he just tied up loose, and I knew I was like, yeah, he's gonna. I mean, I already knew he was gonna die, but I knew
But
he
did he
he
though?
he died. He died. He died.
I don't know.
He died. He
It's
died.
it's up to interpretation. You don't
I mean,
really see him die. You just see him laying on the ground. And
no.
then the last scene when he saw Jesse is a direct comparison to the first scene when he sees Jesse.
Mhm,
They just
mhm.
look at each other and they just like,
Walk
and
off.
then
Jesse drives off.
Jesse driving off, crying was
Mhm.
like powerful. Like it was
Yeah,
like he finally got out.
I was really sympathetic with Jesse, but then also, I mean, Jesse would have died eventually if Walt, and he was
Oh
already
yeah.
like, or been in jail. So to me, Walt, at the end of the day, to me, Walt was a net positive for Jesse.
Yes, he saved his life.
Yes, because he was gonna end up meth, and I mean, when he tells Jesse, I saw
Jane
man,
died.
Jane die. Woo!
Wow.
Woo! And I just feel like Walt was going through that whole time, like even when he was in those high pressure situations, and Hank told him this too. He goes, "You're the smartest guy I know, and you can't tell this guy made up his mind to kill me 10, 15 minutes ago."
That's crazy.
And the worst thing you could do is tell these guys, "I got 80 million in cash, Barry." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes.
Are, Hank is already dead, bro.
Yeah.
Hank is dead. So these guys are different.
Yeah.
These guys are different type of characters. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, it's just a all-time show, man.
I'm glad you
All-time
enjoyed.
show.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Glad you enjoyed it.
and I like the ending because the ending they showed him getting shot and he faced the black. My favorite show all time, Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Um, the end. A lot of people hated the ending,
Cut to
so
black.
yeah, cut to black. Now that is you want to open for interpretation, but I already know they bodied him. They bodied Tony.
Yeah.
They bodied him. You can't get those type of characters. They don't see the happy ending. I mean, Walt could have had 5 million cash. He had the car wash. All you had to do was sell the damn methylamine,
Yeah, yeah. You'd have
and then
got
he kill
no.
and then he kills Mike for no reason
It's well, he kills Mike because he's an idiot.
because he gets enraged because Mike told him. I mean, to me, the best line in that show. I mean, if I had to really think about this, at least top five, when Mike tells Walt, "Just because you killed Jesse James doesn't make you Jesse James." Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Papa, you want to talk about cut deep?
Yeah, I can't wait for you to watch Better Call Saul because
Cut. Mike is my favorite character.
I
Mike
know. So I can't wait for you to watch Better Call Saul.
Mike is my favorite. If I had to rank him, Mike. I mean, to me, Gus Fring, Mike and Gus 1, 2, because you want to talk about discipline.
Mm.
Gus for Ring was worth, I mean, easily 300-400 million dollars running a crazy enterprise like that, and had the discipline to go to that damn chicken store every day, work behind the cash register, mop up the floors, take the fries out of the greaser. Like, bro,
Dealing
the
with customers.
dealing with idiot customers, bro, the discipline of that guy. So to me, Gus, and just the force, and Gus's downfall was his pride, because he had to be the one to kill was it Salamanca? What's his
Yeah,
name?
Tuco. No,
Not
not
Tuco.
Tuco.
Theo. Is it
Theo
Theo?
Salamanca. Theo
Theo, yeah,
Salamanca.
he had to kill him. And he could have got out too, because his man said, "Bro, I'll do it." He said, "Nah, I'm the one."
Mm.
And let me tell you something. When Gus was in that parking lot, I'm talking about this to me. This to me, it's those moments like that where, like, I'm like, that's TV. That is not even TV. That's filmmaking. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
honest with you, that's
Mm-hmm.
filmmaking on television. When he goes to the parking lot and he's like, and it hits him. It hits him. He's like,
Mm.
and then he looks out into the distance. Not a word was said. Not a
Mm-mm.
word. And he just captures you on the screen on the TV, and I'm just like, damn,
And you could see
damn.
Walt's frustration
Yeah, yeah.
and
Well, Walt, he was
panic.
saying,
Like,
he's like, get in the car, get in the car, get in the
I
car.
have it. I have it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then he goes,
Mhm.
nah, something ain't right.
So name right, and for me, it was that moment where that was the moment when I realized, I was like, Walt, Walt poisoned Brock,
Yeah.
because it clicked
Uh,
for him. Like, yo, just he told me the kid was poisoned, and at first I thought Gus was, was fucking around, like, lying to him. Like, no,
mhm.
I didn't poison him. I would never do that. And then it clicks. Gus goes, I didn't poison him. And he's like, nah, this Walt is out here. He's out here somewhere.
Hey.
But yeah, I think for me, it's Mike, Gus, Saul. Uh,
And the fix, what was the fixer's name? I can't remember the name of the actor. Is
oh
gonna kill me. But the end of the end where he was like, "Oh, I need a dishwasher." The dude who put him in the
yeah, yeah,
cab.
yeah, 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 yeah. The
I
guy
thought
put
you'd
me.
like him too, even though he was
He
like
was cool. No,
short there.
no,
He was
no,
cool.
I loved him. I love this character because he was called.
Yeah,
Where Walt was like, "Yo, can you stay for 2 hours?" He's like, "1 hour, $10,000."
10,000. That's
He
like,
had him. He
yo,
had him. And the bet that's another part too, where he's like, "Could you give my family the money?" And he's like, just so cold. Would you believe me if I
would
say
you?
yeah?
God, I knew you would like that
Would you?
character.
I mean, bro, that's cold blooded stuff right there, bro.
Yeah,
And,
but
and in
can you
that
blame him?
life, no, of course not. And that's why Walt left, because he knew that money's not. My kids are never gonna see his money.
Hmm.
Then my kids are never gonna see his money. It's gonna be, this guy's gonna come one day and be dead, and he's gonna take my 10, 11 million, whatever I got, and
Hmm.
call it a day. And that's what to me was like, yo, you lost your family, you lost your brother-in-law, your son, and to me, it's one of those things where it's like, yo, your son doesn't want to have anything to do with you. All that for $10 million in a barrel of cash.
Mm.
Was it worth it?
He did it for him.
He did
For
it for
him,
him. He did it for
for
him.
him, it was for him. He
Yeah, because if he really wanted to do it for his family, he would have took the 5 million and got out. He had the clean break, the 5 million. Jesse gets 5 million, and Mike gets 5 million, and you wrap it up, and you go about your way, bro. $5 million in New Mexico. I mean, you got the car wash. You're set.
you're
You're set.
set. Yeah,
You're
you're
set. You're
set for
set.
life.
You're set. You're set.
Your
You're set.
children are set for
Yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. You're not gonna spend that money. You're not
But
gonna spend it.
nah, he did it. He wanted it. He wanted to go out on his terms,
He
and
wanted to go
that's
on his terms.
exactly.
And the fact that he even told the gray matter people, he's like, yo, even the taxes I don't want you to pay.
Damn,
Come comes out of this cut.
damn.
Yeah, man. It's great, great television. Great television. I mean, great.
Well,
And my boy Todd. I kiss my boy Todd.
fuck Todd.
Todd is the nicest, well-mannered psychopath in the world. It's just that guy and that role to me. I just feel like
That's
another
crazy.
actor. I'm be honest with you. I feel like another actor would not have, that character would have been an afterthought if not
Okay.
for the actor that played him. I for and if his name slips me,
Yeah, mine too.
um,
I'm so sorry.
but he just the subtleties, man. Where he's like, "All right, Mr. White, come here." Like he's like, "Mr. White, you shouldn't have came back."
Damn.
Mr. White, you
Damn.
shouldn't. Hey Jesse, you want some Ben and Jerry's ice cream? You know, or when he tells when they kill what was it, Adriana, Brock's mom, the kid's
Yeah,
mom,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Ma'am, it's nothing personal." Bam! Oh my God.
With the kid in the house, right in
Oh
front of the
my
door, right
God.
in the front door. Like,
Yeah, Jesse went through. Now I think about it, it wasn't a net positive to
no, he
to
saved his
meet.
life. He no, Walt saved his life on if look, especially just going back to the Jane thing. And again, we're not we're way over our
Yeah, this is
target
it.
time,
This is it. This is it. This is it. Yeah. No more
but
Breaking
Jane,
Bad.
if it wasn't for Jane dying, Jesse would have been dead. He literally was like, "Yo, this money you would not last a week."
No, no, no. They would have died. They would have been killed. I'm
So
talking about
having her die
I'm
was
talking about even before they met Jane.
mm,
But that because Jesse was cooking the meth, but he was also using. And it's not like Jesse was in a good place.
no,
But I'm just talking about all the trauma Jesse went through from Jane dying, Adriana
Adriana dying.
died, I mean being tortured, um, the kid, right? The innocent dirtbag kid. Yeah, Walt he wasn't a net positive.
Probably not.
He wasn't, yeah.
But I mean, one can argue if it wasn't for Walt, Jesse'd be dead.
No, he would have been dead, yeah.
So
It depends. But also if it wasn't for Walt, the girl Adriana would be alive, the kid on the dirt bike would be alive,
and Jesse would have been locked up
and Jesse would have been locked up.
because this whole thing started because he's Mr. Chili or he's the cook, the
Yeah,
chili
Mr.
cook,
Chili, the
which
Chili,
means
yeah.
that Hank was already
No, Hank
Hank
was on
had
that ass. Hank was on that ass. He
and
was
he
gonna
was
get him.
gonna get him.
He was gonna get him. It was only a matter of time. The thing,
So
damn, bro, and the thing that got me tight is like Walt. What really got me mad at Walt is, bro, you were out the game
so many times.
and you left the book. He had
Ah,
80 million in cash in the desert. And or in the no, they had it in the storage unit at the time. They had it in the
yeah.
storage unit, which was also crazy.
I hate
Crazy.
that you got to see the next episode after that. I had to wait a year
For what?
for when Hank found the book.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Not
And
a
Ha-
year. Wasn't that like the mid-season finale? It was like six
no,
months.
it was a year. It was yeah,
Yeah.
no. Mid-season finale, yes, but the next season didn't happen
Oh, okay.
until another year.
Yeah.
And when I tell you
Yeah,
that
the
moment
anticipation, right? Yeah.
was like, and then when the
Yeah.
first episode, yo, the if you don't know, if you he was like, I don't know who I'm talking to
Oh,
anymore.
he said, if you don't
You
know,
don't know
tread
who you
lightly.
if you don't know, if you really
Yeah.
don't know who you're talking to, my best advice would be to tread lightly. He
Yeah.
said that to Hank's
Hank.
face.
That was Heisenberg. And the
That
thing
was Heisenberg.
that was Heisenberg. And the thing that was crazy is all those times, and to your point, where he's playing two characters.
Yeah.
I know deep down it was crushing Walt to play Walt. Like I'm talking about character, not the actor play. I'm talking about
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
I know what
it
you
was crushing Heisenberg to play the soft guy that he once was.
mean. Mm-hmm.
And he lets it loose too when he's drinking, and he pretty much gives it away himself, his own
Yeah.
ego.
You
Because
saw Skylar's face? She
yeah,
was
she
like,
was
yo, you sure you got him?
he
Yo, I
didn't.
was like, oh my
He
God.
didn't.
No, that's the thing.
It's the
Walt wanted to get caught.
and it's the hubris of Heisenberg. The
Mm,
hubris of I can do this. I've been doing this.
mhm. I want you to know it was like I want you
Yeah.
to know
Yeah, yeah,
who
yeah,
I am.
man.
I want you to see me.
And it's interesting to see how it would have played. Like he I mean, he should have been arrested or dead so many times.
Yep.
So many. Even the where they finally catch him with and Jesse hiding under the car, yo, it's classic. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic.
Beautiful.
And he said, "Yo, I found him. Where is he? Right there."
Yeah.
And my boy Todd kept him alive. Said, "No, no, no, we don't kill him now. It's just, we're just,
Yeah. Todd's fucking terrifying.
And also, Walt Jr. pissed me off. Calling the cops on your dad.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax. You killed Uncle Hank. Shut up. You don't
He's a
know what's going
kid.
on.
He's in high school. He doesn't know what's going on. That's why
You don't know what's
he's
going on.
it's
Shut
fine.
up. Shut up.
I thought he was great.
When Walt takes the baby too, it's so funny. It's
Oh
so
man,
funny.
it was
So
like,
funny.
yo,
Yeah.
yo, do you have a
Yeah.
restraining order here? No, is this his
Yeah.
house? Yeah, then he can stay
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. No, no, I'm
Can't
talking
do
about
anything.
when he takes the baby. But even that, he did that to protect Skylar.
Yeah, I know.
And that's a man right there.
Well,
That's JC. That's un hombre. That's a
um,
man. He said,
that's
yo. He said, I'm gonna. Because he didn't. he didn't curse Skylar out just to curse her out. He did that so the cops will know that she's good, that she had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely.
He goes, "You stupid bitch. If you don't know your part," like, yo, he was wilding. He was
Yo,
wilding.
he's a genius,
Yeah,
man.
he's a genius.
He's a
And
genius.
that goes to the part where for him, it was him getting all that untapped potential that he had.
Mm,
Or I rather maybe not untapped potential, but him wasting all the potential he had, rather.
mm.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well,
Hell of a show. Hell of a show.
well,
Hell of a
boys.
show. Hell of a show. That's it. That's enough for Breaking
Woo!
Bad. That might be its own episode, honestly.
I might have to cut that.
We went a little long. Pause. We went a little
I
long.
might have to cut that.